Hey Trucker,
Mm-hmm.
do you like the movie Red?
Uh-huh. Mayor, do you like the movie Red?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty awesome.
Let's talk about it then.
This is probably the last good action movie to ever come out. Gotta be honest.
Let's see. It came out when 2009, 2010.
Something like that.
Uh yeah, it's in that group because there were a couple of good ones from the 20 teens, but
Well, they tried to make the Expendables cool, but this movie outdid the Expendables pretty fast.
huh, yeah, I mean, the story's really kind of, iffy at first, but then it gets really good.
It's fun. It's a fun movie. A bunch of old retired military badasses are uncovering U.S.
Not even just military badasses. These were like black ops guys.
Yeah, and they're still uncovering
Or-
corruption in the U.S. military, so they're dealing with that, with stuffed pigs and other goofy ways of dealing with stuff. The whole
Yeah.
plot hinges on the fact that Bruce Willis gets robbed while not being able to maintain his retiree check.
Yeah, it's like Bruce Willis is a retired, you know, the old school military word was spook, but I think he was CIA. He's a wet work dude.
Yeah, he just went and
He's retired now, and just like every other retired military guy, he gets a check every month. But every month he comes up with this interesting cover story of not getting his or losing it just so he can talk to
his handler.
his it's not his handler, it's like the lady that works for the pension service.
Yeah,
And like she's like the furthest thing from military can be and still be a government employee. But like he has this weird, what's the phrase? It's not psychosocial. He's
a
got this like
social.
weird parasocial relationship with this chick. Like he reads the same books she does, so he has something to talk about when they when he calls her. It's kind of weird until it stops being weird because they go after her because they know she's connected to him, even just slightly.
Yeah, stars Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman for some reason, John Malkovich, who does a great job, Mary Lou Parker. I don't
Dame,
remember who she is in that movie, but Helen Mirren is
Dame
still
Helen,
incredible.
Dame Helen Mirren, Carl Urban,
Yeah,
Richard Dreyfuss.
I
It's a
do.
pretty strong cast.
The movie's gonna be good if Helen Mirren's in it, though.
And Mary Louise Parker is the chick that like he has the relationship
Right.
ish with.
The creepy, well, not creepy, but the odd relationship.
Yeah, she ends up being totally okay with the idea of being in a relationship with him, but it's she was more put off by the fact that he kept like lying about losing his check.
Yeah, it's just such a dumb thing to lie about.
It's,
The best part of the movie, of course, being the most improbable when they tell these crazy schizophrenic man to get the pig and he whips out a revolver and blows up an RPG round coming right for him.
yeah, like there is a currently active agent shooting an RPG at them, and he, with what I assume is like a 44 Magnum,
Yeah.
just shoots the tip of the RPG round and it goes off, but it goes off backwards.
Yeah,
killing the chick that shot it at them to begin with, and then he looks up straight into the lens of a satellite and goes boop to that.
yeah,
Been proven that's not how RPGs work, but even still, you're like, fuck, that's cool.
yeah. It was very cool.
You're not even mad. You're just like,
It was a
damn,
good scene. It was well done.
that was
It was
cool.
silly. That's pretty much the best way to sum it up. Is the action silly, but it's awesome.
It is like it takes the like borderline insane that could never work crap from Mission Impossible and just says, fuck it.
It's real now.
It's real now. Oddly enough, though, my favorite part that I thought was utter crap, but it turns out is completely true and possible, was John Malkovich's character living in a demilled missile silo.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Turns out if you have the money, you can literally buy a decommissioned missile silo and make a house out of it. People have been doing it, and I'm like, damn, I wish I had that kind of money.
That'd be a cool way to live.
The only thing my ass would want installed instead of climbing down the umpteen million stairs to get down to your house, I'd want an elevator.
You'd stay pretty fit walking up all them damn
Yeah.
stairs.
But I mean, you remember how big that place was in the movie? I mean, he was living in an actual like silo site. It wasn't just the silo. It was like offices and all other kind of bunker style stuff. And it's like, damn, that's cool.
I don't even know what you'd do with all that space. It'd be ridiculous.
Well, me personally, I'd fill it with Lego, but that's just me.
Yeah, I guess you could, yeah.
We, we heard this guy lives in this decommissioned missile silo. He's got to be loaded. Let's break in and see what kind of money he has. What the hell is with all these colored plastic bricks?
Oh, you know what you do? You gotta install a button that would turn all the stairs flat so that you could just like get in a potato sack and slide down, and then you would install one of those old lady chairs at the bottoms to take you all the way up. Like a ski
So
lift.
basically turn the missile silo staircase into the Hogwarts dormitory stairs,
Yeah,
where it would
exactly.
literally just turn into a ramp.
That'd be perfect. That'd be awesome.
I could see many broken bones.
Yeah, what
But
can
yeah,
you
you're
do?
right. It would be fun. You just have to put a like a foam pit at the bottom.
Or you
I would
just
make
keep
it
it.
mandatory though for anybody visiting. They would have to say "Cowabunga, dude," and then slide down it.
Or what you could do instead is just get a go kart, one for the top, one for the bottom. Just drive
Mhm.
straight down, drive straight
Roller
up.
coaster it. We got to remember, like in the movie, that staircase was kind of steep.
Yeah, that's
You need
true.
like a roller. You need like a roller coaster style chain lift to get up from the bottom,
Oh yeah, you're
and then you
right.
can just like ride a roller coaster cart down it. Climb in and then release the brake. Whee! And then to get out, you'd have to like engage it the opposite direction and have the chain lift like drag your ass back to the top. That'd be
grocery
fun.
grocery shopping would be great because you could fill the bottom with like you
This
know,
is why we can't be trusted with money.
you
You know
fill
that, right?
you fill the bottom with like crash mats like we were talking about in another episode with in the money pit episode. And
Yeah.
like if you got a 24 pack of water and you don't want to carry them down the stairs, you just huck it off the edge. Go pick it up.
You listen for the splat. You just hope that that cheap plastic bottle doesn't pop.
Those cheap plastic bottles are strong as hell. Those will
Hell, man, make
survive long
a
after we're dead.
Make a water slide out of it.
Uh,
Shit.
yeah, I don't know.
Tell
That's
any tell anybody coming for a visit that they better bring a change of clothes. You know what I'm saying? You just like make a very steep, cross your arms over your chest, coffin style, and just hold on for the ride.
there's a way around it. There's got to be a better way than all those stairs.
Man, it's called a freight lift.
That'd be the only problem with the missile silo house is all those stairs.
That's not really the only problem though, unless you're like fat piping your internet connection down. Like, good luck with any kind of cell service.
Yeah, that's true.
Good, good luck with any kind of satellite. You would have to have, like a hard point with, like a fiber optic or bare minimum, like Cat 5 cable connection running down to it
It'd
to
still
have
be
internet.
it'd still be garbage. You'd end up only getting Xfinity, and as we've seen with Chaos, that just doesn't work very well.
I mean, I have Xfinity at my house, but I never play on it with you guys.
True.
It works fine for everything else.
Well, considering we're 11 minutes in, and I think we spent two of those actually talking about the movie. uh,
The takeaway from Red is that yes, the government spends money on weird shit, and sometimes that weird shit is actually kind of cool.
yeah, and it's definitely worth the watch.
Oh yeah, I'm not entirely sure about the sequel though. I haven't seen it yet.
I've
I do plan
forgotten
on seeing it.
I've forgotten everything in it, but it's also just as cool. It's very well done. The whole series is very well done. Red is a good, like I said, it's the last of the good ones. Last of the good action
I
movies.
I don't know. Nobody was pretty good. And that came out a couple years ago.
I'm sure it was good. That's one of those ones that came out when I was broke, so I didn't go and watch it. I just haven't found the time to watch
Fair
anything.
point, man. Because nobody is basically a more realistic John Wick because that shit hurts.
Well, on that note, if you'd like to recommend a band and or song,
Of course. Let me pull up. I'm gonna let Shuffle Sama do the work this time too. Ooh, Sweetwater Gasoline, or just called Sweetwater by Five Horse Johnson.
what the hell is that?
It's like Southern rock.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Uh, I know I did a band recently or not recently, but Gordon Lightfoot,
But which one, man?
all of them. Sundown, If You Could Read My Mind,
The question
Wreck of
is,
the
when you're
Edmund
listening to Gordon
Fitzgerald.
Lightfoot, whenever you listen to Gordon Lightfoot, the question is not whether or not you're going to cry. You're going to cry, but it's how much do you want to cry? If the answer is a lot,
Then
listen
you'll
to the
want.
wreck of the
Yeah,
Edmund
the
Fitzgerald.
Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald is exactly what I was going to say too. Carefree Highway. Um, yeah. All right. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.
Bye, everybody.